aren't you? Felines. Nothing more than felines. Oh, you are shutting up a storm, aren't you, my good boy? He's just talking up a storm. He couldn't have seen me turn the camera on. See, I never work with children or animals. Thank you, W.C. Fields. Oh, it's turning into a spiked heel. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Don't show people your pink eye. This is not Pet House. This is my baby. Hi, everybody. Those of you watching later or live. Oh, we do have people in the room. Hello. Hey, Mari. Hey, sweetheart. How are you doing? My Melchior is being adorable. What else is new? He's the only one that wants to come on camera now. I guess the other two got agents and they want paperwork. And I'm not giving them any because they don't know how to read that I'm aware of. He's a good boy. Who's my sweetie? To get that picture in the thumbnail, you have no idea how many it took. It took Temptations kitty treats, a wire cat brush, just to get him from there to here. And then like it took 10 takes to get that picture. He really is adorable. He's my sweetheart. Hello, Scorpio Brianna. Are you new to our channel, Scorpio? I would remember a name like Scorpio Brianna. That's a very cool name. Welcome. I took a shower. My hair's in a ponytail. Had a very, very good day today, considering now that the moon is in Pisces. Yay, great fun. Said no one ever. Waning moon in Pisces with 4 planets retrograde. Oh, good God almighty. Help us. How are you? Send love and blessings. Yeah, so good. Well, welcome. Love my Scorpios very much. My brother, my older brother Matthew is a Scorpio because he's Matthew. I'm Mark. Had my parents stayed married, there would have probably been Luke and John. And if they had been girls, I'm sure they could have filed suit. Who called in CPS. Yeah. Hi. I'm not reading cards tonight. That's just an unconscious response sitting at this table with tarot in front of me. Good morning. Hello. Hi, Grace. Hi. People jump in this room. They're like, oh, a tarot reader. Can you give me a free reading? No, not when I'm doing this. This is my spiritual teaching, counseling dealio. I find shuffling cards, me too. Well, obviously, it's an occupational hazard, isn't it? And plus, I've got different sizes and different shapes. They're all very meditative. I hope you are all doing well. As I said, the moon is now in Pisces. Got my water on the table. In case I bust out crying, I have to rehydrate. If any of you have ever seen the movie, Postcards from the Edge. Now, the book is always better. The book is amazing. But the grandmother says, cry all you want, you pee less. So that's how I make sure that I will be properly hydrated for the amount of weeping that I have done really my entire life, but let alone these past 8 weeks. Oh, my God. We should start a movement. We could call it Empaths Anonymous. We feel you. Because we do. Oh, Daughters of the Moon. Yes, I love my Daughters of the Moon. My Daughters of the Moon. Don't you love it when people call it tarot? God, just drag a rake across a chalkboard. It's like saying to an Italian, oh, I love your mozzarella and your ricotta. Oh, you just twitch and pass out. So for anybody new to the room, our first, well, I come in a little early until 11:11. We have schmooze time. Everybody comes in and says, hi. See, like people are popping in. Hello, Donna. Hello, Donna, bella Donna. I just mixed Italian and French and Latin. Sorry, vocal fry, inadvertent vocal fry. I hope everybody is well. As I've said, we're going to be talking about emotions, feelings, and intuition. They're not all the same thing, at least not to me. I am a professional intuitive, so I ought to know. Thank you, Alanis Moistarolette, wherever you are. I just feel weird things and see shadows. Well, you're a Scorpio. That does not shock me at all. I have many Scorpios in my life. You could say I am Scorpion-ridden. I've also had quite an abundance of Cancerians, which I have considered a lifetime case of crabs. Interesting, though, the Scorpios tend to be men, the Cancerians tend to be women. I dated one Cancerian guy once. And the Scorpio women in my life have always been very, very close to me. You saved 3 little baby black birds today. Aww. That's very fish mouth. Aww. Aww. That's what. Oh, the one thing I don't have is a crying towel. They're all upstairs drying on the line. So I go through a bunch. That is the sweetest thing ever. It was like Wild Kingdom. It's so sweet. It's so sweet. Aww. I know, we're all touched. Aww. It's my Mer family, my Pisceans. Oh, they got in the house. Oh, when I lived in Bayshore, we had bats fly in because we had these 2 bay doors, because I lived on the 2nd floor. It's where it was a boathouse. They used to like haul sails up there and bring them through those 2 bay doors. So we've had bats, we had birds like all the time because it was so hot up there. Everybody's like, oh, in a beautiful boathouse you live. Not a houseboat, a boathouse. There's a difference. You park perhaps a houseboat in a boathouse. But it was an antique. It was really, really hot in the summer and really, really cold in the winter. We are amazing, but I get used and abused by everyone who comes in my life. So I keep to myself and now trying to find my spiritual way. Well, sweetheart, have you found a good group? It's a very supportive group of people. We do this, and not every 11 a.m. and p.m. Eastern time. It depends on how much energy I have. Today I managed to do both. But we also have a Facebook group, the Mark Angelo Lyons Mail for short Facebook group, private Facebook group. Nobody knows you're in it. Very supportive, very, very supportive. And I'm only doing these AM and PM live streams here while we are all, how shall I say, I have to watch my language, on YouTube, sequestering in our private domains. The computer automatically flags you if you say anything connected to the crowning crisis, which is good. I'm a wordsmith, so I can dance around words very, very aptly. Yes. Oh, and here, we're making this a thing. Yes, witch work. Oh. So I am the perfect blend of the sublime and the ridiculous. I am the sacred balance. I am the perfect balance of the sacred and the profane. Born on a full moon, Virgo sun, Pisces moon, Leo rising. Can't you tell? I'm not a Leo. I just look like one. I just play one on YouTube. But this is our schmooze time. You still got 5 more minutes of schmooze time, so get it out of your system. Got a lot going on here. Hi, Mackie Haas. Bird got into the fireplace one time. It was straight in the door. Y'all are killing me tonight. Oh, you made me horse laugh. Oh, dear, dear God. Oh, dear God. You know, I am a Dionysus archetype from birth, and it was said that he traveled around the countryside with a gaggle of maenads known as mad women, and it seems like the trend is ongoing, and I'm okay with that. Yeah. Yeah, I got purple hair too. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Although it doesn't look purple in this light, which is weird. but it is purple. I have to do it again. Overtone, purple for brown. They're not my sponsors, but God, I wish I would. I wish they would. Oh my God, I wish they would sponsor me. But, you know, I'm not a millennial or Generation Y. What do they want from a gay 51-year-old witch from Long Island with a YouTube channel and a drag fan with lots of spiritual wisdom and knowledge to share? Oh, by the way, before we get into it, I edited some of my old stuff from the Silver Broom, as some of you know. The Grace curriculum stuff, watching again, I literally recorded that stuff 2018, early in the year, right before the broom closed. Some of the best work I've ever done. No, seriously, some of the best work I've ever done. It's all still on Vimeo if you want to watch the whole thing, because I'm just cutting it up into pieces. It's literally some of the best work. Oh, Mari, thank you for the super chat. Woo! Dollar do make me holler, girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is very soothing. Oh well, this is when I'm feeling good. This is when I'm not so hot, because when I'm so hot. I mean, I'm still styling, even when I'm a mess. I'm a hot mess, darling. Ready? Dragtastic Park. I can spit venom at ya. I'm not a drag queen, interestingly enough. There's not enough Nair on the planet, and I'm not interested in depilatory process. Thank you very much. I'm way too hairy. I save my feminine energy for reading thousands of people in quantum fields of zodiacal archetypes, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs several times a day. It burns me out. I'm here, almost late, but you're here, Karen. Hello, Karen. Hello, Karen. Oh, thank you again. Oh, she did. She. Woo! Now, I will tell you, this morning I made a new rule. There are a couple of rules that I go by, and we've got 2 minutes. I can explain them. Number one, I'm a very good drinking game. If you ever want to play the drinking game, morning or night, totally up to you. Here are the rules. Number one, when I thwart a fan, you can take a drink. Second thing, if I sing spontaneously out of nowhere, you take a drink. Or if I work a song lyric into the conversation, which I just do. I don't know why I do it. I just do. My friend Mark says I'm a savant that way. And that would be Tony Award-winning set designer Mark Wendland, because he makes me say that every single time I mention his name, and I adore him. He's one of my dearest friends on earth. Oh, and the third one is, if somebody seriously super chats me $10, this is as of this morning, I will pull a card. I will pull a card. I will pull a card. And today we did Oracle cards, because if I do tarot, you don't want me to pull a tarot card. You really don't, because what if it's the Tower? That's such a womp moment. You don't want me to do that. You don't want me to do that. Oh yeah, well, they'll pull another one to clarify. Oh, you got the Death card on top of it. No, let's not. Man, gonna be toasted playing that. I know. So you're familiar with my work. Lovely. Oh, lovely. Oh, lovely. I lovely. Dear God. Okay, wait. Okay, so it's almost 11:11. Feline pounce pose. Get ready. Get your wish ready. We do it all together. It's more powerful. Many hands make light work. Light work. These past couple of months been full of toes. No shinola. It's different when you're monetized. Before I was monetized. Oh, it's 11:11. Make a wish. Here we go. So motivate, and so it is. Such a good wish. I think I'm just wishing it because it feels good when I wish it at this point. So get yourself comfy, get settled in. We are going to do our opening prayer, because I will not be clickbait. If I put something in the title, I'm going to do it. We're going to talk about emotions, feelings, intuitions, and we're going to pray, chat, and meditate. I've had a really good day. So please get yourself comfortable in a position you can stay in for just a couple of minutes. We're not meditating yet, but still, sometimes people like breathe and close their eyes and stuff. So just make sure you're physically, situated in a place where if you nod off, you don't hurt yourself. Good. All right, let's do this. Here we go. Take a nice deep breath. Oh, I forgot to turn the volume off on my laptop. Otherwise, that could be distracting. Like I'm not distracting enough. Take a nice deep breath. In fact, take several if you can. Nothing injurious, nothing too stressful. You don't have to rebirth yourself. You don't have to pranayama, hatha yoga, any of that. Just inhale, exhale, repeat. Whatever orifices feel good to do so. And just let yourself be, right? Let the body relax. As the body relaxes, you may need to shift, stretch, neck roll, shoulder shrug, whatever works. And as the body relaxes, allow the mind to relax. The thoughts just going by as you breathe. If a thought tends to stick, just inhale and exhale it. Thoughts are things. We are not our thoughts. And with body and mind relaxing, we find ourselves gently coming into a more still, more centered place within, where a peace that passes understanding is gently offered. And it's from this place I offer this prayer. Dearest God, Goddess, all that is, we surrender this time spent together to you. May it serve your purposes, because we are here only to be truly helpful. We are here to represent you who sent us. So we don't have to worry about what to say or what to do, because you who sent us are directing us, and we are content to go wherever you wish, knowing that we do not go there alone, that you go along with us, and that we will be healed as you teach us to heal. In this time spent together, I ask that you please show us what you would have us do, where you would have us go, what you would have us say, and to whom, and to use me as a channel of your guidance and grace. Moon is in Pisces now, and I'm a Pisces moon, and this is what I signed up for, not just in this life, but when I laid my life on the altar back in Black Forest Clan 8 billion years ago, in the woods in Pennsylvania, I became the living altar. And I am that still to this day, though I am no longer associated with that organization. My life is yours to do with as you please. And why? Because I have perfect love and perfect trust of the gods alone. Everybody else has bad days. So use me as needed. Just don't freak them out. No channeling if you don't mind. But help me help them. And help them help themselves. Because we are all in this together in this great quantum experience called life. Human life on earth. The great hologram, the great mother, giving us flesh and bone, so souls may walk and talk and love each other in a way that we just can't unless we're in bodies. Pretending to be separate, yet truly one light, appearing as many. May we shine brightly tonight. And may the love that we truly are flow through us, the maximum capacity that we can handle, so we may heal for the well-being of all. Thank you, God, Goddess, all that is. And I do ask our collective pantheons of guides, masters, teachers, gods, goddesses, saints, angels, totems, healers, and ancestors, please gather around us in a force field of light, containing and protecting the work that we share this evening, that all information and energy that exchanges between us all, both in the physical and in the non-physical, does so clearly, cleanly, and for the well-being of all. Thank you. So mote it be. And so it is. Woo! Grace Walker, just 11/11 me. So Grace Walker gets a little divination thrown her way. My angels, gods, and goddesses, please, one angel, one god, or one goddess oracle card, please, here for my Aquarian sister, Grace Walker, that she may walk in grace. What do you got for her, please? One card in clarity for her. Ooh, look, it's Nikki Angel. It's a Nikki Angel. Angel of clearing, your time of waiting and confusion will soon be over. Now, I'll put that in there in case you think I'm making that up. Your time of waiting and confusion will soon be over. Yay! Thank you. Oh, was that very resonant? Well, you know, I do pray before I do these things. It's not like, you know, I'm shooting pool with the boys and then I'm like, oh, I got to go do my thing. Shooting pool with the boys. Oh, Karen Johnson. Oh my God, we're not going to get any work done today, are we? Okay, but Karen, the $10, a dollar make me holla, 10 make me read cards. Breathe. My gods, please, one card in clarity. An angel, my angels, gods, and masters, please, one card in clarity for this, my sister Karen Johnson. What sign are you, Karen? Hello, Karen. You know, Karen was the name of Plankton's wife in SpongeBob land, Bikini Bottom. I just want your sign. Just tell me your sign, sweetheart. Because we end up doing the Capricorn. My angels, gods, and goddesses, please, one card in clarity. An angel, a god, or a goddess card for this, my Capricorn sister, Karen, please. What do you got for her tonight? Goddess of the sacred path, let go of logic and trust your intuition. So that's 2 there. You got it? That the goddess has you on a path. Don't overthink it too much. You're Capricorn. Feel the earth mother in your bones, in your blood. The computer wife. Yes. Hello, Karen. Hello. I've been looking for that song. Like I maybe heard it once watching. I'm not a really big SpongeBob enthusiast. I mean, I like him, but he's no Wonder Woman. No one's Wonder Woman. By the way, one of my neighbors met Gal Gadot. So I'm one person away from her, which makes me 2 people away from Jason Momoa. But let's not talk about that because Lisa Bonet would cut you. Did anybody see Angel Heart? All right, so let's talk. Moon is in Pisces. Pisces is, of course, I'm going to say it's the most empathic sign of the zodiac. I'm a Pisces moon and I'm a professional empath, right? God help me. But certainly all signs have not just, well, anybody can have social empathy. That's, oh my God, that breaks my heart. Different. Intuitive empathy is when that stuff is pounding, when you're feeling it, when you're not sure, is this me feeling this? Where did this come from? We talk about it all the time here, right? So the real empaths are the divine feminine first wavers, right? First wave of ascension. We're the ones that come to our spirituality through the emotional path, where the divine masculines do it through like sacred geometry and, you know, it's just very mental, very, very masculine, right? And that's fine. I studied that stuff too. But a lot of that spiritual stuff doesn't work for the divine feminines, right? It's too strict. It's too up here. It's not here. We're in here. So I thought what I would do tonight, because the moon, you're right. Mm-hmm. I broke out into song. Mm-hmm. And I thorped a fan. Thank you. Can you imagine if I actually did this with alcohol? I did drunk tarot once, and I will do it again. I just have to make sure somebody is here with me afterwards. On camera, I'll be fine. Afterwards, though. Because think of the headline. I want to leave. I had that hit around 5 p.m. today. A total wave came through. And so the thing is that the first wave is 1/3 of the population, right? Then you have the second wave and the third wave. The second wave are the divine masculines. They're the social justicers, right? Those are the ones that are picketing and wanting to expose all the darkness and the hidden governments, and let them, give them something to do. Please, get them out of our hair for a while. I'd like to hear with the divine masculines right now. Oy. The third wavers are the techno junkies. I mean, I use my cell phone. It's part of my business. Look what I'm doing for a living, right? Working from home. I haven't left my home since March. March, pretty much. When I went to Saratoga to get my car. So 1/3 of us are kind of dealing with the emotional, energetic cleanup for the planet. Now, we're everywhere. We're in every town. And it's all by divine plan. It's not like any of us chose this once we were here. We chose before we came in. It's something that we've been preparing for lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. So having an understanding of emotions, what's called emotional intelligence, which we have by the buttload, apparently. But also you can look at your astrological chart. If you have any of your personal planets are your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, your Mars, maybe your Jupiter as well, because Jupiter changes signs once a year. But everything after that's a bit more generational, right? You know, Saturn and Uranus. But let's leave Uranus out of it for right now, because I will never be able to avoid that joke. I could be talking to the Pope, and if somebody brings it wouldn't work. And Frankie would probably chuckle anyway. I give him something to do, you know, right? I think Mari we were separated at birth, even though there's probably a big age difference between us, whatever. So yeah, if you have like any water, right? So if you're a Scorpio, anything, if you're a Cancer, anything, if you're a Pisces, anything, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're more emotional or empathic. It's just you have more access to it. So that's why we're twins. We are twins. We probably have the same taste in men. Well, we both have exes with the same first name. So there you go. Great. Lovely. So do understand, in my experience, and this is in my experience alone, I find there is a big difference between emotions and feelings, and I'll explain what I mean. Particularly when it comes to intuition, people will think that they're experiencing an intuition when what they're really having is an emotion. Emotions are more of a feeling, and I will explain what I mean. From the waist down, you have 3 lower chakras. You have the root chakra, the sacrum, and the solar plexus. Those are your perceptual energy body. They're what help you navigate the physical world. Now, all chakras have an intuitive voice, but these lower ones, are the ones that help you navigate this world. And that's usually what people mean when we're talking intuition. The root chakra intuition is fight, flight, freeze, or flee, whatever. I forget what they are. There's a lot of f-f-f-f's, right? But like when you go to a place and you can't settle in, it's your root chakra can't connect, right? So that's a feeling. That's not an emotion. That's just like, oh, I don't feel comfortable here. I gotta go, right? You'll even say, I don't feel comfortable here. And, you know, and if you stay, something usually horrible happens. Like my mom calls it rat magic. She says, you always know when to leave the party. You always know when to leave the company before it tanks. I'm like, yeah, she's right. I am very root chakra defined that way. Second chakra is umbilical, right? Your second chakra goes, right? And you can literally use that to do the yes, no, turn left, turn right. But in terms of only in the physical world, it's not predictive. It doesn't tell you what's going to happen. It's not a fortune-telling device. It's not a magic 8-ball in your second chakra. Second chakra is about 2 inches under your navel and deep inside. Here, I'll give you a second chakra check. Think of the hottest, sexiest celebrity. Let's do it celebrity. Who is the hottest? Because I always go to Hugh Jackman because, first of all, that picture of him coming out of the ocean, and he was also a Marvel superhero. And he was the boy from Oz. Oh my God! You know, just all I have to do is imagine him like smiling at me, and my second chakra goes. Then I think of a certain political official doing the same thing, and it's like, oh, that's your sacral voice. You got it? You got it? I learned that from a teacher of human design. Oh, yeah. Google human design. Ooh, those charts are something else, just gotta say. Right? Oh, my God, Hemsworth. You know, and they're all married with kids. I'm not busting up anybody's marriage anymore. I left that behavior back in the 80s. Thank you very much, along with other recreational activities that I haven't touched since. I'm not a savior. I'm not a saint. I'm not an angel. I'm not that quaint. Oh, that's the Eurythmics song. Let me take a sip. It's just water. Oh, that's You Hurt Me, I Hate You. Eurythmics. Perfect Pisces moon song. Remember, Pisces is dolphin and shark, guppy and piranha. And we can change like that. So then you have the solar plexus. The solar plexus intuition is also feeling oriented, and usually that's about your honor code. Usually it's when you are in a situation where something's off. You know, like someone asks you to do something, and you're like, right? It goes, right? For example, I've been teaching this for decades. I usually teach this when I teach people how to read tarot. Imagine somebody wants you to lie for them, but the why is different, right? Like if it's like, look, this is a horrible example. Karen's having an essential oil party and she wants me to go. Will you please lie and tell her that we'll go out, that we're doing something. We already have plans that night. Okay. It's terrible. I never want to go to an essential oil party, ever. It's just not my thing. I've got plenty. You know, I'm not using them in lieu of medication. Sorry, that's just how I roll. I'm a Virgo, right? Or, oh, we're going to throw Karen a surprise party and we're going to get her something other than essential oils. Will you lie to her and tell her that that we're going to, you know, that you're taking her somewhere to dinner and then you're going to bring her to my house and we're going to surprise her? Absolutely. And like Flynn, you got it. Anything for Karen. Just I'm not buying her oils, right? Get out of buying Karen's oils free card. But if somebody comes to you and says, look, will you tell my wife if she asks that I was with you this night? Okay. Okay, sweetheart. God, I don't like even trying to pronounce people's names, but if anybody can translate that, please do, because I'm working right now, so I have no idea what that says. But someone comes to you and says, will you tell my wife, my boyfriend, my whatever, that I was with you this night if she asks? And it's like, that's no, right? So the lower three chakras have a very specific voice, but we have to learn that those are feelings. You with me? Okay. The heart and the throat are more emotional, right? This is, to me, the difference between a feeling and an emotion. The heart really is the emotional center. The sacred truth of the heart chakra is love is divine power, right? So when you're feeling love, your heart opens, wings. You feel like you're floating on air. You see my wings? They're my wings, right? When you are in fear, the heart closes. And of course, there is a range in between those two. Learning how to welcome our emotions are important because emotion, energy and motions, they're supposed to move through us. But when we repress them, when we bypass them, when we use things to push them down, not necessarily water, but I was making a point, they go into the body and they create all sorts of havoc, right? Not to mention the damage that repetitive emotional repression through substances does, of which we're all aware, and we're not touching that because I'm not a drug and alcohol counselor. I'm a spiritual counselor, and those lines are very clearly defined because I was raised by a lawyer. Is that why it's a gut feeling? Yes. Now, there are times, certainly, where you can get an intuitive hit in the emotional field, but that's usually when you have an idea and your heart goes, oh, that means it's infused with divine power, a heart's desire. The thing is then the mind gets involved, you see, and it starts scripting and writing stories and running away around the world. A lie could run around the world before the truth even has its boots on, right? So to kind of get that, right? Throat chakra. Should I say this? Should I not say that? That's another form of intuition, but it's a blend of the emotion and the intellect, right? Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I call it spit, swallow, or chew. It's a little bit of a sexual innuendo there, but it's really not. Do I spit it out? Do I swallow it? Or do I chew on it for later? Like sometimes somebody asks you a question, and you know that if you tell them the unadulterated truth, because truth without compassion is brutality, and I'm very good at brutal truth because that's what I was raised with. But you know, then that's, let me chew on this for a little bit. Like when someone says, does this make me look fat? Well, how much do you really want that information? You know, it's like, never ask me that, because you're gonna know on my face the second what I think about that. So don't ask me that. And don't ask me. See, I'm not allowed to lie. Not through some spiritual obedience things, but I took vows. The reason I took a vow when my life was in pieces, screw pieces, dust, that I would walk the high road. And as a result, my empathic, intuitive skills have grown exponentially. And that's why my readings are so damn accurate. It's, yes, I've been doing it the majority of my life. Repetition is the mother of skill. That's why I'm good with divination systems. But because I'm walking the high road. So I'm literally, my skill is based on vows that I made with my gods. We cool? Good, good, good. Any cuties in SA up for a drink? Well, I guess that's not Sake Anonymous, if you're asking if we can have a drink. All right, Ivan, I don't know if you looked at the title of this live chat that you stepped in, but you stepped in. This is a spiritual conversation we're having about feelings and emotions and intuition. So I don't know if we're the right place for you. You might want to, you know, surf, go have fun. We're not the room. Thank you. Hail, farewell, and blessed be. Oh, I've been doing that since I'm a kid. You really don't want to come for me. You really don't. Why? Because I'm very well trained. I was raised by very intelligent people, and I have got a rapier wit. No, screw that. I have a chainsaw wit that I use like a rapier. Yeah. You're Matt's brother, right? Oh my goodness. Nope, not Matt Margolis. Nope, but I do have a brother Matt, but his last name is not Margolis. Sorry. Nope, he's got the same last name as I do. So moving on, the third eye also has a form of intuition, and it's called clairvoyance. But the thing about clairvoyance is, clairaudience is, by the way, the throat chakra. The thing about clairvoyance is that the third eye can, peace out, bro. Homie, doesn't work coming out of my mouth, does it? The third eye can see either truth or illusion, and how are you gonna know? How are you gonna know? I had a vision. I have a dream, a fantasy. I just abatus. I just ignithed you. Although, is that Frida? I don't remember. Moot point. So yeah, the third eye, people have a vision and suddenly it's gospel truth. You've got to run that stuff down through the whole intuitive system, right? And then, of course, you have the crown chakra, which is that the word awesome has been way overused and used incorrectly, in my opinion. The word awesome should make you do this. When something's awesome, it should make you go, oh, 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 like awe. The Course in Miracles says awe should be reserved for God. Because in the presence of God, you do this. Oh, 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 you dribble, right? One last thing, I had a vision. Well, I don't know who, Amber Heard and Elon Musk? Do they know each other? You see, this is, oh, you kids and you celebrities. I have no idea who, I mean, I know who, I think if you're talking Elon Musk, I know who that is. No idea No idea. None whatsoever. You see, the thing is I was a reverend and a minister for many years. I'm a witch, pagan ministry, Silver Ministries in Sayville. And as a result, I was out of the loop. Like, if you ask me about Captain and Tennille, I can tell you they got a divorce, and that is just the sadness thing. I guess love didn't keep them together. It's probably that hat. So no, I have no idea. No idea who you're talking about. Sort of. Although, I think I've heard of Amber. Don't make me take a drink every time I make a bad dad joke or a pun, because that's all I will do is drink and make bad puns. Yeah, where's Julia when we need her? Oh, he's fine. He's harmless. He's not calling us names. He's not being rude. But he's all right. Ivan, you're okay, but go play. We're a bunch of empaths here, so imagine all the emotions on the planet. We're cleaning it up for everybody, okay? So cut us some slack. First wave in the highos. It doesn't roll off my tongue. I know I'm making you all laugh. Here I was thinking we were going to go down to the bottom of the ocean, and still we're playing with the dolphins. I'm totally down with this. That's me dancing on my flipper tail. You know how they... Anyway. So here's the thing. Emotion, intuition. Yes, it's there, but you need the whole energy system to work together, because even if you get a high vision, oh, and by the way, there's the 8th chakra. Oh, I didn't even talk about the 8th chakra. I have to duck my head down. The 8th chakra hovers above your head. No, you're not. You're all cool, Ivan. Just, we're not the group for that. Yeah. We're the spiritual vacuum cleaners, the wet vacs. We're the emotional wet vacs of planet Earth, and we're 1/3 of the population. And really, but you see, but now that what Ivan is a perfect example of a second wave. He's a divine masculine. He's into like all of the cryptocurrency and all the, you know, the stuff, right? All the conspiracy theories, and they're the social justicers. And blessed be, you're probably really attractive. You probably have a neck tattoo and probably a credit rating problem, which means I'd probably be in love with you. But thank you. But tonight's really for the empaths. Somebody asked me if I had a type. I'm like, let's see, neck tattoo, substance abuse problem, bad credit, and living with their mom. Or somebody else, you know, married, right? Oh, good God, it's good to know yourself, right? Oh, good. You successful in getting the twin flame reading censored today, finally? Oh, really? I hope not mine, because I work really hard on those twin flame readings, and honestly, I watch my language like a hawk on those. Anyway, moving along. So the 8th chakra, so look at it this way. The lower 3 chakras, together that is called survival intuition, right? Helps you navigate the physical world. You with me? The heart, the throat, the third eye, the crown, those are the creative intuition. That's why just going on one chakra alone, well, I feel it, but I don't see, you know, you gotta bring that into alignment, right? You gotta kind of, that's like a, Carolyn Mays calls it an alchemical laboratory, right? The 8th chakra, though, is visionary intuition, and that's the one everybody wants. Everybody wants the Phoebe Halliwell moment. Oh, an innocent has to be saved. But visionary intuition is like being taken up off the planet, having a mystical experience, seeing everything for a flash, and then being dropped back down. I always come back to Martin Luther King Jr. I have a dream, right? Like that was his vision, right? But if you don't have the creative intuition in play, and you don't have the survival intuition as a foundation, it doesn't work well. And now here's the big part that I want to make. If you're not good with your emotions, it gets foggy. All of them get foggy, right? Okay, dude, I appreciate what you're saying, just not here. Location, location, location. I really don't want to block you because you seem like a nice person. I like your vibe. This is not the location. We are really trying to talk about something that I'm trying to help people heal with. So the conspiracy theories, there are plenty of places to go with that, but just not on my channel if you don't mind. And I'm being really nice and polite because I have a way of blocking you. I just don't want to do it. Yeah, I know, I know, I know. Okay, thank you very much. See, like this is humanitarianism. This is kindness. Thank you so very much, Ivan. I appreciate it. Whew. I'm so much better. I have more fun being dolphin than I am shark because I was raised by sharks. That was almost the name of my autobiography, Mark the Shark Boy, raised by sharks. So So here's the thing. I've been reading this book by Matt Kahn. Everything's here to help you. And there's this whole chapter in here, the prophetic power of jealousy. One of the most polarizing and isolating emotions is jealousy. From the viewpoint of the ego, jealousy is a fury of injustice when viewing the things we most desire as they appear in other people's lives. Jealousy really acts as a foreshadowing of all the blessings that are destined to be received. In most cases, the signs of incoming blessings take on a broader confirmation. And here we are avoiding jealousy instead of embracing it, feeling it, letting it move through us. No. So what do? We push it down. We push it down like trying to pushing beach balls under the water. And then the moment we're tired, the moment we're distracted, comes right back up and we key somebody's car. No, not good, right? Resentment is the residue of blame. It is an unconscious tendency to judge and blame the people in our lives for the expansion each outcome inevitably inspires. No matter how unsavory these characters are, resentment is a subtle form of jealousy towards those who demonstrate more freedom of will than we allow ourselves to express. Some people may not use their free will in the most conscious, productive, or compassionate ways, and may even demonstrate their freedom through abusive tendencies. And yet, when we can recognize our resentment as reminders of how often we hold back from expressing our greatest potential and form, each moment of finger pointing can be utilized for an evolutionary benefit. All of our emotions are here to help us. But who was raised with that? I was not raised with that. I was raised with push it down, push it down. Got a feeling, repress for success. I mean, totally, I was raised that way. You know how I was raised that way? I was never told that. Mark, you're so emotional. You're so sensitive. I mean, it was just from a young child, I got this message. You're bad. You're wrong. But I needed that. That was helpful. That was helpful. It sucked. But in other words, can you imagine me being like this at age 7? They would have locked me away. Ha ha, ho ho, hee hee, right? There's so many good. The upside, you gotta love this one. The upside to disappointment. Oh, there's an upside to disappointment? When viewing life through the lens of ego, disappointment is the death of expectation with no awareness of its evolutionary benefit. From the soul's perspective, however, the role of disappointment is to liberate our consciousness from the dream of expectation so we can remain open to the fate of life's infinite possibilities. In many cases, the ego believes the best case scenario is getting exactly what it wants. From this point of view, many attachments to outcome are created, and life only has one way to make us happy: future pending desires of long-lasting pleasure. As we shift from ego to soul, we are open to the endless ways we can experience true happiness without always needing to get our way in order for life to seem fair. I mean, all of our emotions are neutral, but we're so used to having positive ones and negative ones, which by definition is a judgment, where they all have value, but they have to be felt. You have to feel them to heal them. And if you don't, you push them down. And a couple of things happen in my understanding. They become physical. Over time, they can become chronic illnesses, not to even mention the psychological ramifications. The others is it goes into the collective unconscious and pops up through other people, through violence, through depression, through suicide, through all sorts of toxic behavior and activity, right? Wow, Matt Kahn can really put words together beautifully. He's great. He is great. He is great. I'm just funnier, and I've got nicer hair, but that's okay. It's funny. I've got an older brother, Matt, And so I consider him my younger brother, Matt, who's wiser than me, but he wears sweater vests, which is not my thing. So I kind of look good in a hoodie. And the women love me because I'm gay. So get that here we are in this Pisces moon, and everybody wants their intuition activated, but they're not willing to clear the filters. And what does it mean to clear the filters? To feel what you are feeling without it driving the show. So in the little bit of time that we have left, I'm going to ask you to please get comfortable in a position that you can stay in for a couple of minutes. Close your eyes and breathe. And again, please make sure you are physically stable where you are, that that you're not just comfortable, but that it's safe where you are, because you might actually be feeling something. You might be having an emotion pass through you. Breathe. And tune in. Let my voice just be a guide. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your emotions. I'm just going to kind of make some suggestions here, as though closing your outer eyes opens an inner eye. That your inner senses activate as you tune in. And just using your awareness, not even thought. Thought and awareness are not the same thing. If you can be aware of your thoughts, then they're not the same thing. What are you feeling? Like, what are you feeling physically? Start there. You don't have to name it, just feel it. And are there emotions connected to those feelings? Because they're not exactly the same thing. But that doesn't mean they can't be entangled, a quantum entanglement of feeling and emotion. Energy in motion, or energy stuck. And objectively say hi. I'm not kidding. Hi. Welcome. Welcome to this body. And whatever that emotion or feeling is, breathe. When you breathe, you are respecting the emotion, you are acknowledging the emotion, and you are welcoming the emotion or feeling. Because the ego wants to be at war. It wants to worry. It wants to anticipate. And it wants to regret. That's its behavior. So you reverse that and you go raw. You respect, you acknowledge, you welcome, and you will feel. These emotions, these feelings want to go back to source. Love is divine power. The breath is the chi, the prana, the life force. It's the respect, the acknowledgement, and the welcome all together in one thing. And once you get that these feelings and emotions are not who you are, they're not even yours. They may have been in your cell tissue since childhood. They may be leftovers from other lives. They may be from your neighbors. They may be from people and in situations you have no idea about. This is loving yourself, understanding how vital you are to the divine plan as an empath. To feel, to heal, to allow, like little children inside of you, these emotions that are lost and have found shelter within your energy field. Hi, welcome. How can I help you? How can I serve you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're in pain. I'm sorry you're uncomfortable because you feel uncomfortable in my body, in this body I am in. But I'm done. I'm really, really done worrying about my emotions. And I'm really, really done anticipating how I can avoid them. I'm really, 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 really done regretting. So instead, I respect, I acknowledge, and I welcome you into my home, my body, this body, as the soul that I am. I love you. I love you. And all of us feel the same thing at different times. I'm saying to you who are watching and listening, I love you. And I respect what you're going through, and I acknowledge it's not easy. I acknowledge that none of us were taught to feel our emotions and love our emotions. But look at the state of the world. Cause and effect. We are the answer. We are the healers. We are the cavalry. 1/3 of the population, and not even that 1/3 completely understands any of this. In fact, it's a small percentage of us that do. That's why you're here, and that's why I'm doing this. Yes, I could be the hermit of Holbrook. Really, all it would take is, I don't know, $50,000 a year, pay my bills, do what I got to do, take my clients. This is the highest possibility of the quantum divine plan, what I'm doing here. And so I do it with everything that I've got, loving myself and caring for myself as I go. No wonder I'm not married. Can you imagine me in a relationship with somebody doing this right now? No. No regrets. No regrets. I love you. And I know it's hard. But this is like exercise. I can do it with you, but I can't do it for you. This is your superpower, to feel and to heal. Don't bypass so much. You don't have to do it all at once. There is help. There are books. There are teachers. There's breathing. I'm not the only one. Not to mention the guides, the masters, the teachers, the gods, the goddesses, the saints, the angels, the totems, the healers, the ancestors, all just waiting. They can't intervene. There's the cosmic law of non-intervention. They can't intervene unless you ask. That's what prayer is. That's why we always start with prayer. What's the prayer? We are here only to be truly helpful. Please show us what you'd have us do, where you'd have us go, what you'd have us say, and to whom. But the biggest way to give them permission is to see your emotions as helpers, to embrace them as helpers, as friends, to make friends with them. I have made friends of grief. I have made big friends with sadness, big friends with disappointment. That when it comes now, I get, oh, right, this isn't me. I'm the soul in this body. I am the light I am. I'm eternal. I've been on this planet more than some people have had hot meals in this life. It's an honor and a privilege to be in this body, to play the role of Markangelo Lyons, Mel for short, gay, purple-haired witch of Long Island. Hells yeah. To get to do this with you all and make friends from all around the world. Pretty neato peachy kino. So what's your destiny? You don't know. I didn't know I'd be doing this 2 years ago. I didn't know I'd be doing this last year. It's all unfolding. And we're in a very challenging time where everything is changing. So turn to your gods, your angels, your masters, your teachers, your higher power, whatever name. Doesn't matter what you call it, just call it. And say, all right, I don't even know what I'm doing, but I'm willing. Grace of humility, really. Go watch the videos I just put out, the Maiden Grace, the Mother Grace, the Crone Grace, some of the best work I've done, and there's more of those to come. Because you are worth love. You are love. You are worth this awakening. You are worth feeling every emotion that it can heal you and move through you and transform you And that in order to be who you came to be in this life, your life couldn't have been any different. You don't have to be a victim anymore. But you may have to feel like one every now and again. And you may have to cry your eyes out every now and again. But it feels like we're going to do that anyway. So the question is, do you want to swim against the river or flow with it? I suggest flowing with it as a Pisces moon. Trust me, it's easier. And that doesn't mean I can't have a drink every now and again. It doesn't mean I can't have a smoke every now and again. And it doesn't mean I can't distract myself with Netflix or what have you. We get days off. This isn't a 24/7, 365. But it is a divine mission. And we're all in this together. And what if the tears you shed keep somebody from hurting themselves or somebody else? What if when you're feeling anger, you deal with that in some creative way that keeps somebody from getting hit or worse? That's how powerful you are. You're superheroes and you don't even have to leave your house. We're Justice League Dark as far as I'm concerned. And I'm your Fagnito. You said that on YouTube. I will probably get demonetized for this video because of that, but I don't care. It's all right. I made $20 already. I made more than $20 today. I'm okay with that. So end this meditation by just putting your hands on your heart and saying, okay, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I love you. My feelings, I love you. My emotions, I love you. My intuition, I love you. I'm willing. I'm willing to learn. I don't have to do it all at once. But as they say in Alcoholics Anonymous, my best thinking got me here. So let's try some feeling. Let's try some love. Yeah. Yeah. I love you all so much. I wish you all the very best and the very blessed that this world has to offer, because you are worth your highest destiny. But if it's a choice between suffering your fate or alchemizing fate into destiny, take the hero's journey. It's worth it. You are loved. Just you haven't showed up to the party to love it all inside of you. If God is love and you are love, then you are God. And what are the pagans called? The hidden children of the gods. But how sad, hidden unto even ourselves until now. So moving. Wishing you the very best and the very blessed. Say it with me and be doubly blessed. Hail. Farewell and blessed, blessed be. Ciao bello.